Hello, I am Karen Locke Culp of the We Turned Out Okay podcast and website, and I'm looking at myself today. I look a little bedraggled from my walk that I just got back from. I'm sorry about that, but that doesn't matter. I can still teach you some really great magic words to take into your week. This week, so I try to do this every single week, every Monday. I get in here with a quick word or phrase that I have learned over many years of teaching, of getting my master's degree in early childhood education, and of earning my bachelor's degree in human development. These are magic words that I teach, a quick phrase that will help you establish a connection, fix some problem that you are having in your relationship with your young child. And this week is all about what to say when your child is incessantly complaining. I think we can all be granted a little complaining, right? Like every once in a while, you just can't take it. It's too hot, or it's too something. It's too cold. You're tired, whatever. But when that becomes kind of just an endless litany of whining and complaints, that can be a killer for us. And it can just be so hard to slog through, to know that when you ask, hey, can you come and put your plate in the dishwasher, what you're going to get is a kind of like, but you always ask me to do these things that are so hard, right? Like, it's all about sort of what is convenient for your child and versus like what you really need them to do. And it can just be so hard for us to keep pushing forward and keep trying to stay positive when we are just getting like a continual backlog of like, oh, I'm so tired, I just can't do this, it's so hard for me. And I even hate to put those whiny sounding like words into your brain, but what I'm trying to do is show you that I know your pain. I hear these things too, and I know how to deal with them. I actually don't hear them a lot, because when I do, this is what I say. So today's magic words are this phrase that I actually learned relatively recently in my parenting journey, in my like childcare sort of journey. And they are when your child says to you something like, oh, I just can't do this, it's too hard, I just can't. You can say to them, well, there's one of two things you can say. You can say, first of all, that's the problem. What's the solution? So if your child is whining about not wanting to clean their room, or not wanting to come and empty the dishwasher, or not wanting to take a bath, you can say to them like, all right, we've established you understand that we have this problem. Now, what's the solution to this problem? Because whining is not going to be the solution that works. And the other one that I think of is so there's, I guess today you're getting a bonus magic words phrase, because I find that works about half the time. Maybe I will, when one of my kids says to me, I just can't do that, I don't want to do my homework, it's too hard. I'll say, okay, that's the problem. What's the solution? And you'll be really surprised at the solutions that your kids come up with. I'm always very impressed, because I'm not saying it in an angry or an ironic way. I'm basically saying, like, you have established, we now know what the problem is. Let's move forward from that. What's the solution? And you're putting your child in charge. You're putting your child in control of coming up with their own solutions to this problem that we both have. The dishwasher needs to be emptied. It's your turn to do it. Let's move on, right? Let's get that going. And then the other thing is to say something like, I know how hard this is for you, but I still need you to do it. Like, it's still something that's got to get done, and I'm over here doing this other thing. I've got older kids, and I started especially you can expand out in your words when they're a little bit older. When they're young, you need like 6 words maximum is what they'll hear, right? So the phrases have to be pretty short. That's the problem. What's the solution? That's a great 6-word phrase that even the youngest child can understand that. Maybe not like 1 or 2, but once they're a little bit more rationally thinking, 3, 4, 5, you can say, and you can give them a moment to think, right? That's the problem. What's the solution? And then the other thing is, I know how hard this is for you, but it still needs to happen. How can we make this happen? So those are the 2. You're actually getting a bonus one today. 2 phrases that you can use to really connect with your child. And take complaining and move it to a place of like, this is a useful thing to know, and now we know what we have to solve. So let's figure out how to solve it. That's today's Magic Words for Parents. There are lots of extra magic words at patreon.com/WeTurnedOutOK, because I have a Patreon page, and that is where when you kick in just a couple of bucks a month, you can get really, really great extras, rewards like extra magic words each month. I do just for patrons only. I do an extra magic words for parents, and June's was the most recent one that I've done is how to discipline your child in public, like what to say, actual words that you can say when you've got a really tough situation and it's in public and you're like, I don't know how to handle this. Those are some magic words that you can use, and they are available at patreon.com/WeTurnedOutOK. That's patreon.com. I hope this has been helpful for you. I will see you next Monday, this coming Monday, when we are talking about, let me see, what's the next one? It is what you can say when they must come and do the thing. And you don't want them to have to come and do the thing, but they still have to come and do it. So what can you say when you know you're going to get pushback when it's time to come and do just what needs to be done? All right, well, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.